Hello, I'm Mahalakshmi Rajagopal. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner. I'm based out of Coimbatore. I have been in the space of mental health and wellness, offering individual sessions and workshops for more than 25 years or more than 27, 28 years. I offer these individual sessions in English, Hindi, as well as in Tamil. My area of service is more with related to relationships, marital counseling. I also meet youngsters, adolescents with issues such as insecurities, fears, depression, anxiety, helping them with performance anxiety, self-identification, self-identity issues. Then I also offer parental counseling. I also offer screening and recognizing children with any special needs. These are my forte. My focus is more based on helping the individual to move into the space of self-appreciation and self-compassion, and from there handle one's challenges in an effective manner. This is my way of taking the client into the journey of therapy and interventions. Yeah. So I do not know. So basically, I was somehow, after my 12th, I was interested, though I had taken science group in those days. It is very rare in the 80s to move into humanities from science, but so that was a bold step I took. Somehow I was intrigued by psychology, and I took my UG in psychology in those days, and from there I wanted to explore more. So instead of directly moving and shifting into masters in psychology, I went in for masters in psychiatric social work. And in psychiatric social work, we have a lot of field work. So the field work, we are placed in hospitals. So I have had different exposures of working with juveniles. I have had exposure working with leprosy patients. And of course, my tenure at NIMHANS was something which was memorable, which really struck a chord with me. And from then only, what really inspired me, or what drew me into the space of counseling, casework. We call it casework in psychiatric social work, but casework and group work, where we do group sessions, group therapy, that is what intrigued me, and that is how I went into that space even after I completed my post-graduation. And then to know more, to learn better, I did my post-graduation in psychology also, and of course so many other workshops which helped me in polishing my skills, and somehow or the other to be in that space where you can be a channel for helping, or being a channel for people to move towards a better space of wellness, gives me a lot of satisfaction and a contentment. I deal with a lot of relationship issues, marital issues, disharmony, people suffering with anxieties, people suffering with depression. They go through a lot of emotional distress. These are the kind of cases that I deal with. The concerns, if you ask me, many times, yes, due to a lot of lack of awareness and lack of psychological mindedness. Most of the time when the clients come to me, the family comes to me referring to the symptoms of mental health challenges as behavior problems. So my session starts with helping them to understand what is mental health, how to differentiate between mental health issues and the behavior and symptoms, and help them to understand how it is not a bad person or a action that needs to be reprimanded, but it is a concern that we need to deal with compassion. So patients come to me, clients come to me feeling as though there is something to be changed in the behavior. little do they know that those are the symptoms that needs to be addressed. There are a few things that I help my clients with. Firstly, um, I I always start a session with asking them to take a few deep breaths, exhaling through their mouth, and setting an intent that this is for my higher goodness. Okay. Then after that, of course, the clients do want to talk about their issues. Many times the clients feel that each and every incident, every conversation needs to be communicated, and so I do help them to go through that. At the same time, I also give them an assurance that since we need to be dealing with perceptions, thought processes, belief systems, and emotions, we may not necessarily need to discuss each and every incident to the detail. I help them understand that this can be draining for them. It can also lead them to an overwhelm, and that is the reason why I'm suggesting that they need not get into the details. However, if they want to share, if they want to use the session space for just for a letdown, for feeling unburdened, I give them that space. However, I'm always mindful that at the end of every session there needs to be some takeaway. So especially in the initial first 1 or 2 sessions, even if the client is very particular about just downloading all that is burdening him or her, I ensure that at least the last 10 minutes I give them some intervention, and it can be as simple as a relaxation or a visualization or some affirmation, something very simple also, but that needs to give the client a feeling of taking back something, not just feeling relieved of having shared, but taking back something. This is how I lead them into the session. Another aspect is I'm a strong believer of the concepts and principles of positive psychology. So I always help them understand, see, whatever you feel like, how much of a guilt you may be holding on to, how much of a burden you're holding on to, we need to start from the space that these are actions and there is a beautiful being inside. And we are going to discover and explore that beautiful being and enable that beautiful being to experience self-empowerment. This is how I lead the clients. They can expect a very unconditional space of acceptance, a space where they can feel unburdened, they can feel completely safe. They have a person who is willing to listen unconditionally, and as I already mentioned, they can expect basically some fundamental relaxation. In some cases, we do some really beautiful insights come. We do breakthroughs even in the first session. So I go with the client space, and the client can expect the session to be as he or she wishes, with respect to the speed, with respect to the the kind of the environment that the client expects. That would be offered. So I speak Hindi and Tamil other than English, and most of the time the sessions are bilingual. Sometimes, most of the time, it is Hindi English or English Tamil, because the clients do feel comfortable in the native language, especially when they want to express something. I do speak a little bit of Malayalam. I can understand Malayalam, but I'm not very confident to conduct a session in Malayalam. So when there are clients who has native language, mother tongue is Malayalam, I tell them that they can speak. I listen to them, but I offer the sessions in English. I always start the session by telling the client that this place is for your own higher goodness. Congratulate yourself because you are focusing on your own well-being, and this space is going to help you to move towards a better status of well-being. I also help them to understand that you do not need to look at this place where because you're going to share something, the therapist is going to look down upon you. This is a place where you can feel comfortable, safe. This is a place where you can literally vomit whatever you want and you will still be accepted as you are. So these are the things I generally tell the clients. Of course, I do know that the taboo is, to a great extent, it is gone, but it still remains. There are people who think, sometimes they come to me and say, I never thought that I had to take a counseling session. So I always tell such clients, congratulate yourself, because there is a lot of power and strength within a person when the person decides, I will seek external professional help, and you need to appreciate yourself. So these are the ways I would motivate or encourage people who are unsure whether they need the session, whether they need to go to a therapist or not. And most importantly, sometimes when the sessions are not going very well, I very gently communicate to the client that our focus needs to be the well-being of the client, and in case they do not feel comfortable with me, they are free to move to another therapist, because their comfort level, their well-being is more important. And even if they shift, it would not be taken in a very personal manner. It would be taken with a good feeling that a client needs a better space or another different space to heal and to empower. So that they feel comfortable, that they are not bound, they do not get tied down with any inhibition. So this is how I give them the assurance. And invariably, most of the time, the client does come back and say, no, I'm feeling inhibited not because of you, it is because I'm not sure whether I can talk. And then I help them with some relaxation, I help them with some guidance, some guided imagery, which relaxes them. And then they are able to move ahead in the sessions.